Welcome back to VOR Classic with Joel, Mike, and Ed.
We are on the line, coast to coast, literally, with Bonnie Burton. Hi, Bonnie.
Hello.
Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie.
Hey.
This is Joel and Mike over here. We're just kind of impishly standing in the corner.
They're scared of the computer in the future box.
No, it's just me.
Just Mike.
And I'm thinking to myself, you guys know her already. Do you guys, the three of you know each other?
Not really, just online.
Okay.
Kinda.
I don't even have online. Hey, Bonnie, this is Mike.
I go to all those Christmas parties. He's in my will.
Oh, yeah? Right on.
I hope you like Duran Duran posters, because that's what you're getting.
You have Duran Duran posters?
Who doesn't?
Well,
We will.
3 hands went up. Yeah, we will when you die. How macabre.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We know of you. I mean, I heard about you through a friend who just said, I have a cool friend in San Francisco who likes Star Wars. And then next thing you know, I'm finding out that you are working for Lucasfilm. And was it, I don't know. Well, how long have you been at Lucasfilm?
4 years.
Okay, that's about, because I'd heard of you before from girl.com.
Yeah, I've had that for over 11.
What?
And then before that, I didn't exist.
Poof. Out of the tubes comes Bonnie.
I was born in the internet, yes. I am actually a series of tubes.
of 11-year-old tubes.
Exactly.
Little girl.
Don't.
Aww.
Michael.
Don't. That's not a cute compliment. Sorry, Mike.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, Bonnie.
Well, for those who aren't familiar, what was girl.com? Just in case, like what is it? Yeah, I know it's still.
Well, basically, there wasn't really a lot on the web in '95, like '96. That was just kind of like a hangout for girls to hang out. That wasn't stupid or condescending or whatever. So I wanted to have just a place that was a place that I would visit. So I had dating tips on there and craft projects and really sarcastic humor and pop culture, like entertainment news and stuff like that. So, and it just kind of grew out of that into showcase my writing, because I do a lot of freelance writing for different magazines, including teen magazines and a great magazine out of New York called Bust.
Oh yeah, Bust is a great magazine.
Yeah, and so I just, and obviously once I started at Lucasfilm, girl.com became Star Wars Girl pretty fast. So if you go to girl.com now, half of the content is pretty much Star Wars.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. Well, it's kind of my life is my job, and so it's definitely reflected in my blog. I have a live journal blog that I think 95% of it's Star Wars, and then 5% celebrity stuff.
Were you into Star Wars beforehand?
Maybe 1% about my life, and then the rest is just Star Wars stuff. So
yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Mike?
I was asking, was it going to Lucasfilm that got you into Star Wars more, or were you already there?
No, it got me into more. I definitely drank the Kool-Aid from the pitcher once I was here.
Wow.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. I was actually more of an Indiana Jones fan when it first started here. And we had just started the IndianaJones.com website, or they were doing a redesign of it for the box set of DVDs that was coming out of the 3 Indiana Jones movies. So I was brought in to help with that and StarWars.com, because everyone was going to Sydney for filming for episode 3. So with me writing as much as I could, as fast as I could, with a pretty small team. I mean, Lucas Online isn't that big. There's about 15 of us total, and 3 of us write, and the rest are our production team and engineers. And then, of course, there's StarWarsShop.com, which is like 5 people. So we're a pretty small group.
And that still includes everybody who's involved with StarWars.com?
That's all of StarWars.com, yeah.
That's everything.
And IndianaJones.com, the same group.
Oh, yeah.
And THXTheMovie.com, if you go there still, that's us too.
Wow.
Yeah. We don't do Willow or anything like that, but, you know.
That's too bad.
There's no Howard the Duck thing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. There's no, like,
One
Easter egg
day.
site. Is there an Easter
I'm
egg
still
site
waiting
that?
for Howard the Duck special edition, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No way. I'm not putting that out.
He could
One
totally revive that movie with CG. Isn't that how it goes?
I know.
nowadays?
Don't say that out loud.
Well, I think it should be done with real ducks.
Real ducks.
Oh, yeah.
You know that Tim Robbins will be down, so don't say that too loud.
Oof.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I really think we should do it with real ducks.
Yeah.
I still think we should recast the entire Star Wars movies with dogs. But
I think Joel will be behind that.
I'm down.
Yeah. That's probably why I'm in the online and not in film development. Because I'm one of those people that you like, you know, you go to the site or you find out something's greenlit and you're like, really? That got greenlit, huh? Interesting.
Yeah.
I would be the problem child in that mix.
They need people like that.
Exactly.
Stir it up.
Stir it up a bit.
So what were your thoughts on Celebration this year?
So I was at Celebration it was interesting because I've been to the Celebration 3, and that was crazy, but this was probably the craziest of any of the conventions I've been to, because I've been to Comic-Con and things like that. And Celebration 4 was crazy because it was literally 3 of us for StarWars.com writing as much as we could and taking video cameras with us and doing guerrilla-style interviewing and just capturing whatever we could at the moment. Like, I got a great video of the Slave Leia shoot. Basically a bunch of fans, about 50 girls, who were actually really gorgeous women, dressed up as Slave Leia bikini, and they were getting together in front of the Gentle Giant booth, which had a life-size Jabba the Hutt, and they basically posed in front of it for a group photo that was supposed to last, I think, a half hour for fans to take pictures, but so many people crowded around to take photos because a few of the Slave Leia girls were TV anchor people for G4 and Spike.
Oh, that's right.
And it just got crazy, and once Elvis Trooper got up there, it was a mess because, you know, he has his own crowd as well. So the fire marshal came through and almost had a heart attack and made everyone disband. But before they did that, I was right next to the Spike TV film crew with my little camcorder, and I took some really good video footage. And so we got stuff like that on StarWars.com. And also at the same time, we relaunched the site. So I don't know if your listeners have gone to StarWars.com in a while, but they probably should because there's a ton of video there. And we started a Star Wars blog so we could have more fun, interesting on-the-fly news, and that's where we reported the majority of our C4 coverage. And then we have mashups on the site, too, which is super fun because it's just fun to remix Star Wars and stuff in there. Yeah,
that's something that I haven't had time to mess with yet, but I heard that was available, and that's one of the things we talk about.
Yeah, you can choose from, like, hundreds of clips. Like over 300 clips of video stuff, and it's really fun. It's a great big time waster, which is good because we want people to waste time on our site.
Absolutely.
But I mean, we obviously still have news and great video content, and all the fan films are up there.
It's a beautiful site too.
Thank you. I mean, our prod team did a great job. I mean, they slept overnight here to work on it. I mean, they were really down to the wire working on this stuff. And at the same time, we're at C4, so it was kind of a crazy week.
Yeah, no doubt.
But
one of the things, like, none of us got to go to C4. Well,
that's sad.
Partially we didn't get to.
We're your geeks geek.
Yeah, but you know, it's also that, I mean, like Joel and I, we do comics and stuff. So we've been to so many shows. We've been out to Comic-Con, and then initially it seemed like all the promotion for C4 was just stuff that we see at other shows. So we were never really too excited. I was sold when another podcast talked to Steve Sansweet, and then it was like the 11th hour, he reveals all this cool stuff that's going to be happening, and you know, that combined with just a big Star Wars love-in, I was like, oh, I might not go on. You know, well, I had a wedding there too.
Well, it's a lot of fan stuff, but also there was a lot of celebrities there for panels. So we had a ton of presents for Robot Chicken because they're going to do Robot Chicken Star Wars show on June 17th. On Adult Swim, and so Seth and Matt were there promoting it, but so were their voice actors, Abe and Brecken, and also their production team, and of course their set designers, and so it was really cool to see like a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff for that show. And then for Family Guy, they're doing a Star Wars episode too, and Seth MacFarlane came out in a panel and talked to everybody. So it was like, and he's a huge Star Wars fan, so it was fun to see a lot of celebrities there, and it was interesting because there were a lot of VIP guests that weren't really on panels. My friend Jane Weedland, I like saying that because it makes me sound cool. Jane Weedland from the Go-Go's. So I've interviewed her on StarWars.com, and she actually did a book review of the Legacy books, I think, for us. But she's a huge Star Wars fan, and so I invited her, and she did a ton of shopping, and she bought a Yoda backpack. And
she is my favorite Go-Go too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually really cool. She's I'm hoping to go to her housewarming party in LA because she told me she did a room entirely in Star Wars. I think her bedroom is supposed to look like Bespin or something. And so I'm hoping to videotape that so people can see. But there's a lot of fans that are celebrities that have done Star Wars rooms. Joey Fatone had a home theater that was all done up like Star Wars, and Michael Rosenbaum, who plays Lex Luthor on Smallville, has a Star Wars room, and so it's always kind of interesting for me to find out about that stuff. Fall Out Boy, they're all huge fans. In fact, Pete Wentz just got a collectible poster from his girlfriend Ashley Simpson, and he talked to People Magazine about how excited he was for the poster. He got a Revenge of the Jedi poster, which that's pretty freaking rare. So he was really excited, and stuff like that's pretty endearing. So there were a lot of celebrities, and there was just weird celebrities there too. I think one of the Coreys was at C4. I think it was Corey Feldman.
Oh, really? How
yeah,
exciting.
And Kirk Cameron, and yeah, it's kind of weird. It was almost like I felt like there was going to be like a Goonies reunion all of a sudden or something. Or
Kirk Cameron didn't tell you that you were going
Growing
to hell,
Pains reunion or something.
Oh,
I was trying to look for Tracy Gold in the crowd, but yeah. So anyway, it was fun to see a lot of people show up, and it was definitely a love-in.
To continue this episode of VOR Classic, click the link on your screen now. Right now! If you like it, please click the thumb and share it with your friend. Now, let's continue the episode.